a draft that plays into their playstyle?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we've seen Roger per se. I prefer the Raging Potato Breaker, but I mean, I guess it works either way because you're just playing the Spirit Breaker Morphling combo again, and Arfu can still make that work for mid one. Courier is... Oh, never mind. 70% comes in clutch. Arfu gonna stop the Courier going down. Might even be able to chase Skem now as he's got a rotation in from the mid lane, out from Moon. This might be first blood to come out for the Ember as Moon is able to pick it up and Skem themselves on SMG. In fact, mid one needs to be very cautious with that HP juggle. But he's going to be fine for now. In fact, mid lane is where the action's happening. Yopaj finding a solo pick-off onto Moon prior to that level 6 mark. Sure, he is safe. Yopaj even being charged while this is happening, just to give that vision over. And Raging, he hasn't backed off yet. Still very confident with that ulti up. And just the fact that he's so tanky, but now the snowball going to go in onto Skem as the charge is also there from Yopaj, and now a big Ravage out. Raging timing it perfectly. Japoy though still going to jump to the low ground, but Moon should be able to chase him down slowly but surely and eventually find this kill as Yopaj, he will still gets himself out of there. The only kill they really end up getting is one as they'll try back in onto Tims. Tims though has 2 leap charges. He's trying to bait them a little bit further as now Skem has respawned. Back in onto the Tusk they go. And it does seem like they're going to be able to get a bit of revenge here against SMG.
This is back up. They're smoked up. They're going to look for that play once more.
But they are. Skem, Cookie's off the mark this time, but they got the Earth Spike and they've got the Hex into the arrow, so it looks like Moon is still going to drop. Just not reacting quite fast enough to Skem making his move in. He did have Remnants, but the reaction time just went to try and get aggressive in this game. Unlike last time around. Still Tims. Gonna be found out by Moon and Roger. Charge will be there from Arfu. Tims, he'll try to leap his way out. He does have Moonlight Shadow. It looks like it's going to be enough just to leap away. In fact, Arrow is going to land on Moon and the rotations are coming in. Yopaj has joined. In fact, they found the Spirit Breaker, so Arfu trying to find a way out, but the Hex again from Skem going to lock him down into the finger. The one down for SMG. As Roger's just going to try and hide and pretend he's a tree right now. And it looks like it's going to be enough for him to survive a little. Oh, the Courier, no. It won't give the vision. Neither will Tims. Oh, it does. Tims, he checks the tree line. That's some great game sense out from Tims. Realizing Roger may still be around, and you saw the little micro there with the Courier, John. That was on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
His farm once again is Raging. Will jump in with the Anchor Smash, but I think Boom will try and force the fight here. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. They're just lacking FBZ at the moment, but you definitely don't want to give that farm away to SMG if you can avoid it. So Jackie's going to come back in with the Mystic Snake. Hex is out already onto Arfu, into the Mortimer's Kisses, and that's your Spirit Breaker gone, as Jackie is literally just farming the Ancients right now. He's not even focusing heroes. Raging, though, he'll go for the Ravage, and they found the Snapfire, but Yopaj is still alive, still running away. He's not down yet. In fact, a big Earth Spike Skem. He'll find 2. Mid one, he drops first, and Raging, he probably does not make it out either, as somehow the Snapfire has completely juked out Moon. And once again, Yopaj will walk away unscathed. And they even got...
Once you buy that space out, that lead will constantly grow. Deucid just farms a lot faster. They're forced to rotate up onto FBZ. It feels like FBZ this game is just really a big bait here.
Yeah, he's got Rolling Thunder. It's going to be way too hard to try and lock him down. In fact, FBZ's actually turned back around for a bit more damage onto Roger. Now the strike, though, is going to lock him down a bit longer, but FBZ, Swash, no, it's not available. They've finally got him, it seems. They do take him out. A little bit of a circle he did there, John. It does end up costing him.
Yep, they managed to get the punishment off. They got good bashes through that spell immunity on the Rolling Thunder. Another strike, even the Snowball can actually give you some control back. Yopaj going blind with the Kisses here.
That he is, but he does get the kill anyway onto Roger. No problem if it's blind. Oh, Fu gonna chase. Moonlight Shadow even propped here from Tims. They might try and turn and punish. Jackie is going to find Arfu, but they're going to go in onto the Medusa and try to deal with him. But he just pops the Stone Gaze back in onto the Spirit Breaker. The Ravage, though, will come out, but Arfu has already gone. And now with the Rolling Thunder, they can really chase down the side of SMG. And it looks like they should at least have Raging Potato to boot. The Raging is going to try and buy a bit more time and a bit of counter-initiation for his team. They're going to try again onto Skem. They'll take the Lion down, but they've lost Roger in mid one. He gets caught out and he's going to drop. Tims with the arrow, landing perfectly. With the cookie, Raging He'll turn around, he'll cop the fire from Yopaj, and FBZ will be the one to take the kill. A 4-for-1 trade, I believe it was. Boom Esports.
They can constantly force the issue here, but Jackie doesn't particularly care either. He's just running up here.
Well, they're gonna try. Food is set up. Mid-one is around, but can you actually deal with this guy? But Jackie just stands his ground. They're still throwing everything at him. Now with the Roller's Punch, he's out of mana, so Jackie's in big trouble. He's still trying to man-fight this one out. He's eventually surely going to die and does, but what's it going to cost the side of SMG for this? They've lost Moon on the Ember. Raging's low as well. FBZ just controlling everybody up on the side of the Dire, but Arfu, he's back in with the charge. It's just not enough though. Raging is still going to drop. I guess maybe you could call that worthwhile. It's still a 2-for-1 Trazar. You're going to be sitting pretty on SMG's end of things, but they still need their own farm before they man up as 5 and feel confident enough. In fact, mid lane, Moon, he's going to get hexed up. Do they have the follow-up or the snowball? It's going to buy a bit of time. In fact, Skem has already gone down. Roger, though, he brings the Ember right back in, and he's going to lose his own life, but he does save Moon. That's all that matters right now for SMG, is just ensuring this Ember can keep just taking off.
They find a good pickup.
Still struggling. Yopaj. Just the Yule Scepter out onto Arfu. Big chase on though from SMG as mid-one and Moon will commit the remnants, but I think Yopaj is well and truly out of there, and now the turnaround might be upon us as FBZ rolling thunder from the backside. Arrow is gonna land Tims. He doesn't miss these arrows, John. He'll take down Moon, and Raising Potato, well, we've seen this before. He's gonna try to run, and he does have the help around him. So they may not pursue any further, but they've also caught out Arfu. FBZ, blink in. He's got no Rolling Thunder, but he's opened up the floodgates. As the Ravage does fly out from Raging, they will get Tims, but it's a lot of damage in the Earth Spike. Catching out 2 again, but the Snowball, but no, the Cookie onto 3 heroes. Jackie, he will get right to work. Raging just about to drop, but somehow still moving out of there. But they do eventually get him. And now they can chase for the rest. FBZ will at least find Roger, but they really want mid-one, and Yopaj just spots him out with the Observer Ward and an Ultra Kill out for the Snapfire, as Jackie does take away the Rampage. How dare you, Jackie?
They're just playing so well as a unit from Boom, and this is the impressive part. They take in this new part of this machine with Jackie. It still works out well. SMG not willing to give this one up, though.
They've got to try and find for the Stone Gaze and the Rolling Thunder as FBZ. He's found 2 targets again. Into the Mortimer's Kisses Moon. He wasn't in the Snowball. He was out of range. They couldn't save him. He'll buy back and try to reinitiate, but his team's falling apart around him. 3 buybacks already from SMG. As they jump back in on the Deucer. Jackie's falling low in terms of mana, but he does pop that Stone Gaze and Arfu. He was charging the wrong target. They couldn't lock him down. Still, they'll try back in for the Roshan now, knowing all those spells are down, and SMG might be able to get away from it. Arfu, no, Scam, he's jumped in, but it's not enough. Mid-one does get the Aegis up, but can he survive as the arrow has landed on the Morph? It looks like he can. So boom, they will lose the Roshan. They might even lose Yopaj here, but he does manage to blink away in time. And with the Eye of Skadi slow out from Jackie, it looks like it's going to be Roger's life to pay. They even keep trying to fight, but the arrow again onto Moon. Tims is just not missing. Mid-one waveformed in to try and help out, but now he's in trouble. He does at least get the stun off, but Yopaj is there. Still strength morphing. Maybe he has a chance. He'll waveform the other way. Still the chase is on Tims. He will not connect the Starfall, but the Scanner Blast is not going to connect either. The leap was there mid-one. He's trying to make magic happen. Jackie is baiting them in. Right now, as Rolling Thunder is going to be out. Oh, mid-one, he rolled right into them. Arrow's not going to land on the Morphling, but it may not matter as they have the perma-stun from FBZ. And the chase is on, just driving all over the place, finding out another hero. He'll get the Tide, and Raging could just not use this Ravage. Or maybe he can. A 4-man, in fact, 5-man Ravage out. But do they have the follow-up? Do they really have the damage? It doesn't seem like it. Even with Moon around, he's just got no damage items at the moment. He's only got a BKB. So Yopaj will chase him down. It's already a 4-for-1 trade. And they might even have the Ember. They force him to BKB up. He'll try onto Skem, trying to get something going for themselves. But Yopaj will keep chasing him down with the Yules up, but no, the Cookie. It's the wrong way around, and that'll be enough.
Punishable if you overcommit. As we said from the draft, like they can rip through the backline, but they can't afford to overcommit like that. Jack Boys, though.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder into Arfu, but you've got mid one charging in himself and this Morphling with the Ags up. Problem is, again, they are lacking that follow-up damage, even if they have these perma-stuns. Rolling Thunder is going to be stopped in its tracks as mid one does try to get started. A nice Nether Strike, but there's just going to blast out an FBZ. He has used himself up and survived, but not for long. He does finally go down to Roger. Meanwhile, Moon, he jumped in, but I believe he got stunned up immediately. Moon, still alive. They're trying on to Timson. They'll get the Mirana down, but now mid one, he's been caught out again. He should be alright to get out, though. Jackie probably won't have enough on his own, but they do find Moon on the Ember. Yopaj again setting up for a triple kill, and here comes mid one, just trying to TP away, but it's going to be another kill to go the way of Boom Esports. As Scam has just proved to be such an issue on this Lion, constantly setting up for the team.
You didn't know where Scam was. Roshan, we're going to see in about half a minute. I think this is where the next fight will really break out. Boom in a good position to take it. They've got the outpost up top. They might be able to find some freebies if they're not careful here.
Yopaj, he's got the shards up with the cookie follow-up, and they get him. Moon, he gets a DD room, but it's a very expensive room to pick up for him, as even Raging Potato has been caught. We'll have the Spiderlings to try and get away, but Yopaj is all over it. He knows the tricks. 17 kills already for this snap.
Just the instant stunts are too much. And now mid one down bot, Mike.
Oh, he's not strength morphing, John. He does get it off in the end, but the Snowball is going to try and buy him a little bit more time to just waveform away. But look at this. They just chase him all the way down as Roger just gets completely ignored. FBZ still trying as there goes your Tusk. They'll keep the vision up with this Pango, but mid one surely should be able to get himself out of this. Keep in mind, though, while this is happening, Jackie's hitting racks. Jackie's got the high ground. Alright, and they've still got mid one, by the way. Mid one has officially been caught out. The arrow on the backside. They're going to buy it back, but it's too late. It is way too late for the buyback.
They leave the racks. They're going for the fight. They're letting Jackie solo the high ground when he's very vulnerable by himself. They're just opting to take this fight.
Jackie's just playing an RPG right now on his own. He doesn't need to join the team at the moment as they are still fighting. You are correct. They have not backed off, but Arfu's already gone. They at least get Scam down on the Lion. It's still not looking good for him as Jackie is still just taking all their buildings away. This is the greatest bait I've seen in a long time. Is Arfu. He's going to chase down the Pango. Sure, you get another hero, but you've lost 2 lanes of racks. As now Yopaj is back in. They're onto the Ember. Moon, he'll be saved by the Snowball for now, but for how long? There's your Ravage up by Raging, trying to turn this one around. But can you deal with Jackie? I don't think they can, John. I do not think they can deal with him, even if it was 1v5. And Jackie, he'll move on to the high ground. Ignoring Roshan, he wants the team fight. But it might be time to go back to the Roshan now, as the smoke is going to be there from SMG. I suppose you could try for the Aegis still once again. That might be the way to do it. He's still looking for a way in. We'll throw the shards out for vision. Meanwhile, Moon gonna blink his way in. Very aggressive play here from Moon, as he will pop the BKB, but he's trying to go after FBZ, who's perfectly fine right now. Maybe without the roll-up, though, he won't be, but no, he's still alive. Ravage is there. They are still trying onto this Pango, and they will eventually get him, but they've lost Roger for this, and now maybe Raging, as he does not get petrified up, but never mind, because an arrow does land onto Moon. He was just stunned up permanently. They get the Ember, they'll get the Tusk, and now they're having a look over for mid one. I mean, it feels like they've got to try something. Just preparing for the incoming fight. It's almost guaranteed to happen because Boom just obviously very confident with their lead right now. 26k net worth advantage, and again, double life on Jackie. They're going to find out Tim's, but the arrow does land onto Moon already. Meanwhile, Raging has jumped in right into the center. Who are they aiming? They got Scam on that Lion, but now the Stone Gaze has been popped. Jackie, who are we aiming? He'll go after the Tide again, just wanting to get rid of that Ravage, as he does now pop it. Mid one, though, getting very low as well. They're just grouped up in that tree line, but they do take down the Tide, as mid one will charge back in onto FBZ, but he's gone too far. He's gone way too far, but he will waveform back towards the north and try to survive for another day. Meanwhile, the little Shredder, Yopaj just melts them. He completely melts the side of SMG, just turreting them down. They might even find Arfu. An ultra kill once again for the Snapfire. In fact, he's looking for the Rampage, John. Up at top lane. Could he find mid one?
Yeah, and SMG, they forced the fight right here too. They needed to force Boom up to the rack, so at least there's a little bit more leeway there. Now their Ancient's exposed.
That it is, and they found Raging. That'll be a dieback, and my goodness, that's a lot of damage mid one. Waveforms right into them. Moon's been hexed up. That's his life gone. It's mid one and Roger versus the world, but they call it GG. Boom Esports will be the victor of this best of 3 series. And I believe that puts them right through to the upper bracket final.
No! It does. They do move on. Rampage denied from Yopaj. Jackie is not getting an iPhone from that if Yopaj has anything to say about it, but boom. My god, what a game. Right, like they play amazingly well. They pick up that Snapfire to counteract the Ember. SMG forced to take the Ember because they didn't ban it out. So they take it themselves. They forget Snapfire just ruins that lane, and we saw that early on. And you know there was some leeway here for SMG. They had Afu with a Spirit Breaker, and they had Roger with a Tusk. They had some good movements onto mid that were a possibility, but we didn't see it fast enough. Afu was much more focused on the top lane, trying to help out mid one instead of shutting down Yopaj, and that just allowed Yopaj to hit his level 6 spike, get the kisses off.